Everyone, it's Melody with Design by Melody, and I'm actually here with my first Kit Day Thursday video. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back to my video that I posted on Tuesday, kind of explaining how I am changing my the way I post my videos. Now, I'm not really changing the videos I'm doing, I'm just kind of changing the way I'm organizing them. I was starting to feel like everything was a little bit muddled, I guess. I don't know. I like things organized, and it just didn't feel organized to me. So I kind of restructured how I'm going to post my videos, just to make sure that I'm making the most out of my kits, but also sharing things that I think you guys might enjoy. So anyways, all of that to say that I'm actually using my Stampin' Up Memories in the Making kit here for this layout. It's a Project Life layout, as you can see, and it is actually it's the third layout that I'm doing with this kit. Now, I did like an insert, and then I did a Project Life spread, and then now I'm doing another Project Life spread. So if you happen to miss any of those original spreads, I have a playlist set up for all of my kits that I did for my kit review series, and that's what this is. This kit was also part of that kit review series as well. So make sure you go back and check those out. There's a whole playlist with probably, I don't know, somewhere around 70 videos on there, so go check it out if you have not looked at that yet. So this layout is actually from July of 2015, and this is when I was down with Calen in Charlotte visiting my family. It was the week of my birthday. Ernest was home working, so Calen and I went and spent a few days down there with my family and just kind of enjoyed ourselves doing a couple different things. This is when we were at the Discovery Place, which is kind of like an interactive kids museum in Charlotte. We were there with my nephew Walter, so it was my mom and I, Calen, and then my nephew Walter, and boy, they had a lot of fun, and these were just some of my favorite photos of that day. The top left photo is of Calen and Walter standing in front of an like a glassed-in exhibit of some bears. Now, they're not real. Well, they might be stuffed bears. I'm really not sure if they're stuffed bears, but anyways, they were bears, but they're like statues. And the boys are both looking at it like, what? Are these things real? They both are looking over their shoulders like, I don't trust this glass. These bears might come get me. So I just thought it was really funny. We were trying to get them to pose and look at us, but they couldn't keep their eyes from turning around and looking at the bears. So it just seemed kind of funny to me. The bottom right photo is of my mom, Calen, and I. Just at some point during that day, we just took a kind of a selfie of the three of us. The bottom left photo is a picture of Calen and some other kids, actually. But Calen standing on a stage. It was part of their sound section. And they've got like the like different lighting and stuff to make it look like a rock band almost, and then they had a mural on the wall behind him where it looks like a bunch of people are standing there, but he's holding the electric guitar, and he's just got this look on his face like he's truly rocking out, like he's getting into it, and that's what that one is about. And then the photo right there in the middle, the 3x4 ish photo, is just of Calen playing on like a water table that they had set up. So I really like the variety of the photos that are on this layout, but they all have a lot of dark and bold colors. So I decided to go ahead and just keep the cards that I'm using kind of with a lot of white space. The one that has the most color on it is the red card at the top, and I'm going to kind of use that as a title card in a sense for this spread. Sorry, I'm saying a lot. There are a lot of different elements that are in this kit, and there are a lot of embellishments, but for whatever reason, maybe it's just not enough variety. I don't know. I really love these kits because they come with a ton of cards, but for whatever reason, I'm finding it difficult to embellish with what they have. So I think I am like missing die cuts, maybe. I don't know. There's stickers. There's something missing, and I haven't quite figured it out, but I feel like there's something missing from this kit, and I have a ton of stuff in my stash, so as soon as I figure it out, I'll add it to it, but I just don't know what it is. I feel like something is missing. So anyways, I don't figure it out in this layout, and I still really like how the layout turned out, so maybe there's nothing missing. Maybe it's just something I was looking for. I end up pulling in a few yellow elements because Calen has some yellow socks on. They're like Batman socks on the front, and then they're just yellow on the back. And on the Memories in the Making card to the right, I make a little note about look at his socks, like check out his socks. And so I decided to go ahead and pull in just a little bit of yellow around a couple different places to kind of highlight the fact that his socks are yellow. And those labels are actually the different labels for this kit, and they're in different languages, but there were a few little blank ones at the bottom with nothing written on them. So I just use those as part of the kit, even though it was just kind of a label for the kit. The bottom I used the geotag and then a little banner sticker, and I just put rock star with a little gold heart on top of it. I think the yellow and the gold and the wood veneer kind of play off of each other really well, and so I have a nice mix of those different colors on this spread. Now I'm going to build my title, and it's going to say a new adventure, but it very much blends in with the background, and I feel like you can actually see it better on this video than you can in person. So what I'm going to do, I first created underlined it, and then I'm going to trace around the letters. I had to make sure that it was going to be visible if I traced around them, and it is. It looks really nice. So I'm just taking my Sharpie pen and I'm going to trace around them, but I had to make sure that they were just a little bit of a space between the letter and the line that I had placed them on. I really like this polka dot background. It's kind of like paintbrush polka dots. They're not perfect polka dots. They look like they're kind of painted on. I really like that. I really love the colors in this kit. If you haven't been able to tell so far, I think I've said that continuously throughout me using this kit. I'm really kind of curious all that I'm going to be able to make with it, because I am feeling like something's missing from the kit. I just can't figure out what it is. But it has a ton of cards. This by far is the best kit as far as number and quantity of cards that you get. I love it. And it's got the squared cards. Now I round my 3x4 cards, or my 3x4 pocket cards, but I keep my 4x6 ones squared. So if you are a person who likes to have squared cards, oh my gosh, this kit would be perfect for you because the cards are squared. You can round them if you want, and they actually measure up perfectly to the Project Life cards because they are Project Life branded. They're just through Stampin' Up. I believe they're exclusive to Stampin' Up, but they are Project Life branded cards, so they fit perfectly and they measure up exactly like the 3x4 Project Life cards. So they're not a true 3x4, but you get what I'm saying. Like, they measure up perfectly. The only thing that's different is that they have squared corners instead of rounded corners. So again, if that's something that you like, oh, these cards would be perfect for you. And there is a good amount of embellishment, but there's just something missing and I can't figure out what it is. Sequins maybe. It's got washi tape. I don't know what it is, but something is missing. There's some enamel on like arrows. I don't know what it is. Something's missing to me and I can't figure it out. But I feel like maybe die cuts, but I do have the stickers that you can use like die cuts, as well as like the little punched out ones, like that speech bubble at the top. So I don't know. Something is missing and I can't figure it out, but I am really liking the layouts that I'm making with this kit. Speaking of the washi, there we go. I'm going to read you my journaling, and it's going to go on that currently card, and it's going to say, so it says currently, and then it's going to say, enjoying a day out in Charlotte, picnic lunch at a park in the hot sun. Oh my gosh, the sun was so hot that day. And then to cool off and explore inside at Discovery Place. They have some really fun and cool exhibits to look at and play in. The two boys had a ball together. It was so incredibly hot that day. We decided to go on a picnic, which was fun and an awesome idea in theory, but it was like 100 degrees that day. So we were like sweating as we were just eating our picnic, and we were like, okay, we'll eat really quickly and then we'll be done and then we'll go. But I mean, again, we had a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun with the boys. Pulled out this wood veneer suite from my stash. There was already the hearts in the kit in the arrow, but I just wanted another wood veneer. I wanted a third one, and nothing looked good on this card that was already in the kit. So I pull out this sweet wood veneer from my stash, as well as this black acrylic camera, and I'm not going to adhere the camera yet. I'm going to put it, you're not going to see that on camera, but I'm going to put that on the outside of the page protector when I actually put it in my album. I just have to make sure I don't have something already on the other side of the page protector that cannot be removed, like a sewn in pocket or something like that, but or on the layout that's going to be on the opposite side of the page protector. I'm sorry, that probably didn't make much sense, but it is going to be adhered to the outside of the page protector because it is quite dimensional. It's a little bit more than 1/8 of an inch thick, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty positive it's a little bit more than 1/8 of an inch. Like maybe, it's not as thick as 1/4 of an inch. So maybe like, is it 3/8? I don't know. 3/16. There we go. There we go. I can do math. I know I can. So like 3/16 of an inch possibly thick. So I'm just adding some kind of final touches here. I cut apart, oh, that's another thing. So maybe that's what I need to really utilize more. So there's those 2x2 squares, and I don't use 2x2 pockets anywhere in my scrapbooking. So I kind of am trying to make a point to use those cards and cut them up and use them as like die cuts or elements. And maybe that's what I really need to concentrate on. Maybe that's what I'm missing, are those die cut items. And those cards could really be utilized for that. I did cut down one, it says together is better, and that was one of those 2x2 cards. I just cut it down and then rounded the corners and put it down there in that photo with Calen, my mom, and I ended up sending the 4x6 print of this to my mom because I just really like this photo of the three of us. He just is kind of cuddling with us, and we're both laying on him, so it's just a cute picture. He has a really special relationship with my mom. They're really, really close. And so I love pictures like this. So I sent that to her the other day just so she could have a copy of it as well. So this is pretty much nearing the end of this layout. I love how bright and colorful it is. I love how much white space there is, because that kind of balances out how much color there is. But again, it was a fun trip, and it was in the dead of summer. It was the end of July, so the bright, cheerful colors are just fitting with the kind of the story behind what's on this layout. So thank you so much for joining me today, guys. Stay tuned, because next we will have scrap stash. Sorry. Stash Kit Saturdays. That's what I'm calling it. It's going to take me a minute, but Stash Kit Saturdays. So that's going to be next up for you in a couple days. All right. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye, guys.